Hello students, welcome to MGC Learning. Today we are going to study chapter 1 of Computer Science 1, that is operating system. And the topic is concept related to information management part 4. So this is the last part in the concept related to information management. So let's begin. So in this video part 4 we are going to study device driver and terminal IO. So first understand what you mean by device driver. So it is a special kind of software program that controls a specific hardware device that is attached to a computer. So that is called a device driver. So it is essential for a computer to work properly. So the device driver, it is a software program. So it needed for each device. So each device will need a different drivers as per the functionality of the device. So the device driver knows how the buffers, flags and registers should be used for a particular device. So example, a simple task such as simply reading a character from a device. So it involves complex sequence of device specific operations. So rather than writing the code every time, the device driver was simply used from the library. So device driver, it is a simple program was written for each IO device. Such a program is called a device driver. So it is essential for a computer to work properly. That by that purpose we are need a device driver. The next one, what in what terminal IO. First understand what in what terminal. Terminal is an electronic hardware device that can be used for entering data into and displaying a data from a computer. So terminal means so we are needed for the entering data into and display a data from the computer. That purpose we are needed terminal. So another name for terminal is visual display unit. So it is but it is nothing but a common IO medium. IO medium is input output medium. So there are two parts of terminal IO hardware. The first one is input unit. So input unit means the example is keyboard. So we are giving the input from the through the keyboard, and output unit means we are using screen. That is a monitor. There are two types of terminals: dumb terminal and intelligent terminal. First, understand what is dumb terminal. The name indicates that it will not do any processing work. So it is called a dumb terminal. So it consists of a microprocessor and a limited amount of memory. So it is responsible for basic input output operations. So it is called a dumb because it will not do any processing on input character. So it is called a dumb terminal. The next one is intelligent terminal. Intelligent terminal, it means it has a more powerful hardware and software, and it also has more amount of memory as compared to dumb terminal, and it can process programs independently. Actually, it is doing the processing work, and it can carry out some process and input characters. So it is called a intelligent terminal. So there are two types of terminals: dumb terminal and intelligent terminal. Now we will see types of terminals. There are two types of terminals. That is, the first one is RS-232 and the next one is memory map. First we will see RS-232. So these terminals are the hardware devices that contains a keyboard and a display. It contains a keyboard and a display or a single device. So it is connected to a computer via, that is, interface line, that is called a serial RS-232 interface line. So it is a one type of terminal, hardware terminal, and it is connected to a. It contains a keyboard and a display or a single device. So it is connected to the computer. So via, that is the interface line, that is called a RS-232. So it is divided into two parts, that is hard copy and glass. Next one is memory map. So memory map is one type of terminals. So it has it have a video RAM in the memory map. So video RAM is basically the memory. So it is basically a memory that the terminal hardware itself has. So anytime all the characters stored in the VDRAM, and it is displayed on the screen by the video controller. So all the characters will be stored in the VDRAM, and it will be displayed by using screen. So it will be displayed by the video controller. So what CPU will do? The CPU writes data into spatial memory. That memory is called a VDRAM. So memory mapped terminals have a VD RAM. So the video controller reads characters from the video RAM and displays them. It means the first one, the CPU writes data to special memory. The special memory is called a video RAM. Afterwards, what the video controller will do, the video controller reads the characters from the video RAM and displays them. So the good example of memory mapped is keyboard. So there are two types of memory map terminal. The first one is alphanumeric, that is called a character oriented, and the second one is graphics, that is bit oriented. First, understand what you mean by alphanumeric. From the word indicates it is an array of characters. So an alphanumeric screen can display 25 lines and each consisting of 80 characters. Actually, this screen can display 25 lines in the screen and one line indicates 80 characters. So it consists of 25 lines and 80 characters in the one line. So it means 25 into 80. So it will be 2000 characters. So the VD RAM size will be, it needed 2000 bytes. So anytime all the 2000 characters is stored in the VD-RAM and it will be displayed using the screen by using video controller. So when we enter data from the keyboard, it is moved to video-RAM and appropriate places. Afterwards, it will be displayed using the screen. The next one is graphics, a bit oriented. The graphics, it means it is an area pictures. For example, the pictures elements are called as pixels. The screen is regarded as an array of pictures. The picture elements is called a pixels. So each pixel is either on or off, or it represents one bit of information. In the alphanumeric, it is an array of characters. In the graphics, it is a one bit of information, represents one bit of information. The terminals are commonly is used for display containing the several windows. Example is Windows. In the alphanumeric, the mm, best example is Microsoft DOS. That is a Microsoft disk operating system based on the personal computer screen. So in the graphics, so example is Windows. So in the, for example, when the when a character is keyed, so the circuit in the keyboard, for example, user is pressed a input through the keyboard and it generates a 8-bit ASCII code. So ASCII code means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So um, it representing a 128 English characters. Actually, it is used to possible to transfer data from one computer to another. So when user is pressed input through the keyboard, it generates a 8-bit ASCII code. Then afterwards, this character is stored in the memory of terminal. Afterwards, this is further moved into buffers. So it will be maintained in the buffers. Yeah, actually, the buffers are maintained by the operating system. So operating system maintain two separate buffers. That is one for the input and another for the output. So the operating system maintain two separate buffers, one for the input operation and the second for the output operation. Then afterwards, it is further sent to the VD-RAM if it is to be displayed. So it means when a character is keyed in, the keyboard generates a 8-bit ASCII code. So this code is stored, this character is stored in the memory of terminal. That is, this terminal will be stored. Then it is further moved into the buffers. So afterwards, it is further sent to the VD-RAM if it is to be displayed. So in this video, we seen device drivers. So this is the last part of concept related to information management. So in the concept related to information management, there are four part. Part one we are already seen: file system, file types, and types of file types, uh, tab-based system, disk-based system, and the terms used in disk-based system. In the part two, we seen blocking, file operations, and the information to be kept in the device directory. In the part three, we seen allocation methods and free space management. And this is the last part, that is we seen device driver and terminal. The console related information consists of two terms. That is, the first one is file system, the second one is device level. So this is the end of part 4, that is the console related to information management. Next video we will see console related to process management. Thank you.